Hello, welcome everybody. I am Zamir Sheikh, faculty in the Department of Chemistry, Sri Shivaji College of Arts, Commerce and Science, Akola. Today we will discuss about the pericyclic reactions, part 2. In this lecture, we will see about the frontier molecular orbital theory. This is the one of the theory of pericyclic reaction, which explain the mechanism, particularly how this involved. And this theory is proposed by Kenichi Fukai, and he also shared the Nobel Prize in 1981 for this discovery. Now, in this theory particularly, so first of all, we will see about the molecular orbital theory. Now, in generally, all of you know that the molecules are formed by the formation or by the overlapping of atomic orbitals. Okay, as we see in the figure, so these two atomic orbitals which have the single electron, they get overlap together, okay, and make the bonding orbital as well as what the anti-bonding orbital. So bonding molecular orbitals are the highest move, or can call the one of the stablest region where the electron probability is maximum, electron attractive tendency is also the maximum, while the antibonding is the repulsive region where the electron density is the 0. Now we are having this approach that is called in molecular orbital theory. We are always referred that linear combination of atomic orbital, that is LCAO approximation, in which these two atomic orbitals are overlapped in phase or out of phase combination. In phase combination gives the bonding molecular orbital, while out of phase combination will gives the bonding antibonding molecular orbital. So this is a figure where this is a picture where explain that two atomic s orbital, like an example of hydrogen molecule, one H and one H mixed together to give the two molecular orbital, that is sigma and sigma star. The sigma nothing but the bonding, while sigma star nothing but the anti-bonding region. And always bonding molecular orbitals have the stablest region where the electron density is maximum, and that is the holding capacity in the molecule, okay, which is the stablest region in that. So LCAO approximation, which is generally the major route in the molecular orbital theory, and based on that, all the pericyclic reactions which are explained with the help of that FMO, okay, but that is based on that overlapping of atomic orbitals, okay, and etc. So in this session we will see about this formation of orbitals, okay, as the sigma bond, pi bond, etc, etc. Now we have the second example is linear combination of what, the 2p orbital, that is a formation of sigma and sigma star. Now 2p means it is a 2pz orbital, okay, we have two orbitals and we are mixed together, we get the equal number of molecular orbital, okay, bonding as well as anti-bonding. Now with respect to that, we have the designations are what, sigma is the bonding region while sigma star is the anti-bonding region. The nodes we can find out with the help of that, we can find out the nodes 0 1. This is a M nothing but the mirror plane symmetry, that is sigma, which is a bonding region always symmetric, that's why it is a sigma symmetry, while anti-bonding region is anti-symmetric, that's why A. C2 symmetry, that is rotation by what, 180 degree, so we'll give the opposite to that of what, mirror plane. And the electronic configuration in ground state is sigma 2 sigma 0 star, and in excited state, by applying the some light to that or by the irradiation of that light, the one of the bonding electron get promoted to the excited state, that is sigma 1 and sigma 1 star. This is the electronic configuration. Here we are mentioning that E nothing but the energy, M is a mirror plane symmetry, that is sigma, C2 is a C2 symmetry, S is a symmetric with respect to that type of operation, A is anti-symmetric, GS is a ground state, and ES is nothing but the excited state. Now similarly, the sigma bonds are formed by the overlapping of what, s orbital. Sigma bonds can also be formed with the help of what, overlapping of pz orbital. And similarly we have what, the overlapping of what, p orbital, that is an px or py makes the pi bond. So one of the best example is an ethylene, where the p orbitals are mixed together, overlap together to get the bonding as well as anti-bonding region. And here this is the chart, or this is the summary of that overlapping. The designation are pi bonding, pi anti-bonding, okay. If two p orbitals are mixed together, you get the two pi molecular orbital, that is bonding anti-bonding. Here we can find out the node, that is n minus 1. With the help of designation we can find out this n minus 1. M is also here, that is mirror plane symmetry. C2 at the C2 symmetric or anti-symmetric, then ground state and electronic excited state electronic configuration. In ground state we are not excited any type of what electron, that is the psi 2, that is pi 2 and pi star 0, while in excited state one of the pi 2 electron get excited to the higher energy level, and the configuration will be pi 1 and pi 1 star. So in ground state a pi is in ground state what the pi nothing but this is a highly occupied molecular orbital. What is called highly occupied is nothing but the maximum number of electron present in that level, that's why it is called the HOMO. While pi star is having zero level in the ground state particularly, and that's why it is called the lowest unoccupied molecular orbital. It's also called the LUMO. In excited state both the electrons are what single are present, and that's why such type of the energy levels are called what the SOMO, or also called what the singly occupied molecular orbital. So it is an the molecular orbital picture diagram particularly for what the ethylene, where one pi bond is present. So electronic configuration in ground state is what the pi 2 and pi star 0, while by irradiation of what light to that you get the pi 2 1 as well as what the pi star 1. Okay, these are the electronic configuration. Now always in ground state the electronic configuration is we have highly occupied molecular orbitals are present, while in excited state both are what the single electrons are present. Similarly, we have the molecular orbitals, that is an 4p orbitals are mixed together. That is an example is 1,3 beta where 2 pi bond and 2 that is 2 pi star and 2 pi and 2 pi star orbitals are present. So here we have this MO diagram particularly for what butadiene. It is an 4 pi electron system, that's why the electronic configuration is. So we have this 4 carbon, that's why we are maintain the 4 wave functions psi 1 psi 2 psi 3 and psi 4. So in ground state the electronic configuration is what psi 1 2 and psi 2 2, while psi 3 0 and psi 4 also 0 in ground state. While in excited state by the irradiation of a light to that, so one of the electron from psi 2 level will be excited toward the psi 3 level, and the electronic configuration it changes. So the excited state configuration should be what psi 1 2 psi 2 1 and psi 3 1, psi 4 is 0 now. And here this is a summary table particularly for that, what is the symmetry, particularly how many number of nodes and etc etc. So and a mirror plane symmetry is there or not, a ground state electronic configuration as well as excited electron. Okay, a designation particularly for 4 carbon psi 1 psi 2 psi 3 psi 4 with respect to their electronic configuration is also given, and number of nodes. Always the designation whatever the psi n is there, that is whatever the 1 2 3 4 we are just reduced by 1, you get the number of node. For example in psi 1 how many number of nodes are present, so 1 is the designation. If you remove the if you subtract the 1 from 1 you get the 0. If you take the psi 4, how many number of nodes present in psi 4 now, psi 4 wave function or the psi 4 orbital, we have what the n is equal to 4, so n minus 1, so that is 4 minus 1 is equal to 3, so number of nodes are must be there 3 now. And in this way generally what the even or based on that designation, whether one odd or even, on that we have the mirror plane as well as what the C2 symmetries can be find out easily. If odd number of designation there, the sigma should be the symmetric, that is M should be the symmetric, while even number of designation C2 is what the symmetric. So in this way the electronic configuration in ground state is psi 1 2 psi 2 2 psi 3 0 psi 4 0. Similarly we have what electronic configuration excited state psi 1 2 psi 2 1 psi 3 1 and psi 4 0. So in ground state and excited state now, what are the HOMO and LUMO? In ground state, HOMO is psi 2, LUMO is psi 3. While in excited state, HOMO is psi 3 and LUMO is what the psi 4. Okay. So whatever the number of electrons present at higher level, that is called your HOMO. Okay. And whatever the unpaired, that is 0 electrons are present at higher level, that should be what the LUMO. And electronic configuration we can find out psi 1 2 psi 2 2 psi 3 psi 4 will be the 0, while in excited state or the irradiation of light to that you will get the psi 1 2 psi 2 1 psi 3 1 and psi 4 0. So before proceeding or before starting that frontier molecular orbital theory, you must have to draw the molecular orbitals of all polyenes starting from ethylene, then butadiene, then hexatriene, etc etc. Okay, so because this theory is totally based on the what the LCU approximation, and that's why we must know the molecular orbitals, okay, and their designation, their nodes and etc etc, we have to know them. And pericyclic reactions in which generally we have two inductions are there, these reactions are induced by light as well as what the thermal condition. In thermal condition we are always use HOMO or LUMO from ground state, while in photochemical conditions we are always using the HOMO or LUMO from what the excited state. So this is the difference between the thermal as well as what the photochemical condition. Okay, keep in mind, in thermal condition all the HOMO LUMO which are coming from what the ground state partner, while in photochemical condition all the HOMO LUMO particularly which are coming from what the excited state. So look at this molecule now. We have a 6p orbital, that is an 135 hexatriene, in which we have this type of what molecular orbitals. Okay, and starting from one psi 1, psi 2, psi 3, psi 4, psi 5, and psi 6. We can predict the number of nodes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. We have also the mirror plane symmetry. We have also had the C2 symmetry, as well as the electronic configuration in the ground state as well as in the excited state. Now we can find out the HOMO and LUMO from that. In ground state and excited state, HOMO LUMO will be different. Okay, the electronic configuration in ground state is psi 1 2, psi 2 2, and psi 3 2, while remaining are 0. In excited state, one of the electron from psi 3 will be moved toward the psi 4. That's why the configuration is changed. Psi 1 2, psi 2 2, psi 3 1, and psi 4 1. This is the electronic configuration in ground state as well as in the excited state. Now HOMO LUMO. So we are talking about the HOMO LUMO. In ground state, HOMO is psi 3 while LUMO is psi 4. While in excited state, the HOMO is what the psi 4 and LUMO is what the psi 5. So in so many times the simple question is asked, how can we represent as psi 4 orbital in 135 hexatriene? So first of all, look at the psi 5 now. Psi 5 or psi 4. First see the designation, whether it is odd or even. If it is odd, so for example it is a psi 4, then 4 minus 1 3, so 3 should be node is there. Okay, and if even number of designation, mirror plane symmetry should be what? Mirror plane symmetry should be symmetric, while C2 symmetry should be anti-symmetric. That is a very simple. So in this way we can find out the number of molecular orbitals from any conjugated system. Okay, and some generalization point you should be keep in mind. First of all, the number of molecular orbitals are formed, it must be equal to the component of pi orbital combination. Half of the MOs are present in the bonding as well as half of the present in anti-bonding. This is the rule of what MO theory. Energy of MO depends upon the number of nodes are present. Okay, lesser the number of nodes, the lesser will be the energy. That is from 0 node, 1 node, 2 node, etc, etc. There are two types of what MOs are present. That is a mirror plane symmetry, that is M, and C2 symmetric, that is in C2. A mirror symmetric MO has the same terminal lobes. Now another simple ways to identify that which one is mirror plane. In case of what sigma symmetric, or in simple, whenever the designation is what even, the terminal lobes are what equal, and it must be the sigma symmetric. Okay, a mirror symmetry should, whenever they present, that basically what the terminal lobes are always symmetric, whereas whenever odd designation present, C2 is present. Okay, and the terminal lobe should be what the opposite symmetry. So in this way we can find out like this one. So this is mirror plane symmetry and this is what the C2 symmetry. Mirror plane means we can pass the imaginary plane through the two orbital. Okay, and you get the two equal half, while in C2 symmetric we can invert that structure via the 180 rotation. So these are the some generalized point particularly for conjugated system you must keep in mind. So later on we will see about the another concept behind the same. So how one can identify, remember all these thing in a simple chart. So node can be identified with the help of that n, that is a designation, n minus 1 you get the node. So in generally, so that psi 1 nothing but the 1 is designation, so n minus 1 nothing but the 1 minus 1 is equal to 0, so 0 nodes are present. So one node nothing but the psi 2, psi 3, etc, etc. We can find out the number of nodes here. So psi n is odd, mirror plane should be symmetric, and C2 is what anti-symmetric, while n is even, so mirror plane is anti-symmetric, and C2 should be symmetric. In similarly we can another generalization, for example based on that double bond also. So number of double bond can decide also what the HOMO and LUMO configuration. For example, if you have the number of double bond is 1, for example if your number of double bond is 1, so then how one can predict it? Okay, so if sorry for this interruption. If the number of now we will see that already we see this. Okay, let's see another one. So we have this type of the configuration now particularly here. Okay, already we see the butadiene also. like this. We have the combination of what 135 also, okay, and the summarization of the points particularly here, and later on we will see particularly for this. Now designation can be find out. So here like this, number of double bond. If the number of double bond is 1, then ground state HOMO should be psi 1, excited state in LUMO should be what, psi 2. Okay, in ground state, look at this ground state from HOMO level and look at the ground state from the what, LUMO level. Okay, both are, we have to find it. If the two double bonds are present, then psi 2 should be the HOMO, and psi 3 should be the LUMO. Similarly, we have 3 4 double bonds are present in ground state and excited state. We can easily predict which is HOMO, which is LUMO, because it is one of the essential parameter in frontier molecular orbital. We have to decide HOMO and LUMO level. Okay, so if the number of double bonds are in a linear Pauling is, for whatever the double bonds are present, we can find out. Okay, so ground state is generally HOMO should be what, we have must the HOMO should be the psi n, and in excited state psi n plus 1. Okay, like this. And the M is symmetric if n is odd, and C2 is symmetric if n is even. We are already talking about this all the points. Now let's see particularly for that electrocyclic reactions, what exactly the electrocyclization particularly, and how this FMO method is applied to that electrocyclic reaction. Now electrocyclic reactions are unimolecular reaction. It must be the reversible. All these points should be have the same, just like the pericyclic features. Now in electrocyclization particularly, the pi bonds, generally the reactions involved at the termini of the pi bond. Number of again pi bonds are broken, that should be the equivalence to what the number of sigma bonds are developed. And particularly here, according to that FMO onto the electrocyclic reaction, the stereochemistry of these reactions are determined by the what, the symmetry of orbitals of or symmetry orbitals of Pauling, particularly HOMO. Okay, and electrons in the HOMO levels are what, highest energy. All of you know that. Okay, because of the highly occupied molecular orbital, and that's why they are loosely held together, and that's why so they are easily move in the reaction during this process. Okay, that's why we are always choose the what, the HOMO. For the thermal ring opening or ring closing particularly, we are using the ground state electronic configuration, okay, to identify the HOMO. And for photochemical type of ring opening or ring closing reactions, we always have the excited state configuration of HOMO or LUMO. Now these are the modes of rotation particularly in the electrocyclization. Okay, so there must be some chemistry should be there during the overlapping. Okay, same orbital get overlap and make the bonding interaction. The lobes of the reactant molecular orbital must be of correct algebraic sign for bonding overlap to occur the transition state leading to the product. Now okay, whenever the lobe of these two atomic orbitals from the same or from the termini, whenever they have the two same approach is there, so they perfectly overlap together, they make the bonding interaction, or they may be leads to the transition state. Okay, so if there is no lobe interaction, so there is no bonding is occurred. So to form the new sigma bond in electrocyclic reaction, the p orbital at the end of what conjugate system must be have head to head overlap. So whenever these two termini of the p orbital in the conjugated system in a Pauling, even a same molecule, they must have the head to head overlap, then and then it's possible, neither not. Look at this one in first figure. We are seen that these two p orbital region, okay, when overlap together in this, one is clockwise, second is anti-clockwise direction, so we get the overlapping. Okay, and in second way we have what is two dotted region particularly when get overlap, when get head to head, so that's why they do undergo the what, the conrotation, that is in the rotation of this orbital through the same side. So in first example, the rotation of the atomic orbital in opposite direction, that's why it's called the disrotation. And in case of the second approach particularly, here the rotation of atomic orbitals through the same direction, that is clockwise direction, that's called the conrotation, leads to the bonding. Now these are the another two images I shown here, so that is in con and dis. Particularly in conrotation, both the termini p orbital or head to head orbital, they are overlap in the same direction or in a same direction, that is clockwise or other what, anti-clockwise. While in this rotated motion, the both the orbitals particularly they rotate, either one is clockwise, second is what, anti-clockwise. Okay, and that's why the stereochemistry change in case of disrotation, while the stereochemistry retain in case of what, the conrotation. Similarly, we have the another type of what Same way we can calculate that from that. So only the symmetry of a HOMO is important here for determining the course of the reaction, particularly here. So HOMO is symmetric, we get the particular dis rotation means opposite direction rotation, while HOMO the con means the same type of the rotation. Now symmetry allowed is nothing but the what in phase type of what overlapping, while if the symmetry is forbidden, that nothing but there is no overlap is takes place. The both the lobes of the p orbital they cannot interact. Okay, there is a head tail type of what combination, that is symmetry forbidden. Symmetry of the HOMO of the compound undergoing the ring closure control the stereochemical outcome of electrocyclic reaction. Either it is con or either it was a dis. It's totally depend upon the HOMO. That's why in electrocyclic reaction the symmetry is totally depend upon the HOMO level. Now electrocyclic reactions are classified in two different way on the basis of what number of electrons are involved, 4 pi as well as 6 pi. Now we'll first focus on the 4 pi electron system. This is an two substituted what diene and undergo the ring closure process, you get the cyclic transition state. Now which there are two different conditions are particularly here, one is thermal as well as photochemical condition. Now under which conditions, now here for now one point should be the remember, for 4 pi electron system the ground state electronic configuration like this, the HOMO is psi2, the electronic configuration should be psi1 2 psi2 2 psi3 and psi4 are 0. Undergo the excitation, you get the excited state electronic configuration, that is psi1 2 psi2 2 psi3 1 sorry psi1 2 psi2 1 psi3 1 psi4 0. And now look at this HOMO. In both the cases HOMOs are different. In ground state, that is thermal condition, the HOMO are psi2, while in excited state or photochemical condition HOMO is psi3. Now this molecule undergo the cyclization, you get the transition state. And now under the two different conditions or induction of thermal as well as photochemical conditions, you get these two. Now in thermal condition we are choosing what is psi2 nothing but the even number of even designation or number of node, that is one node, and we are choosing this orbital undergo the what rotation, that is same orbital get overlap. So that type of rotation required what the clockwise rotation, and clockwise rotation is in which here clockwise rotation leads to what bonding, while in case of photochemical we are using psi3 as HOMO, and that's why there are two nodes are present. In two nodes, look at this one, psi2 and psi3 HOMOs are different, nodes are also different. And in thermal condition con rotation is required, con rotation is occurred, and that's why it leads to bonding, while in a photochemical conditions it leads to what it leads via what the disrotatory motion and leads to what the bonding. Now look the product which are formed from the what same reactant by the just influence of two different conditions. In second case, the look at this one, in a reactant both the methyl groups are what opposite to each other, they are trans. In a product, okay, one process showed the two methyls are trans, that is left half side, and right half side shows that the two methyls are what is cis now. So both the reactions are an example of what stereospecific reaction. They are totally depend upon the type of what medium type of what condition you are used now. So 4 pi system under the thermal condition con rotation is occurred, that is stereochemistry is retained. 4 pi system under photochemical conditions we are the stereochemistry is opposed and undergo the dis rotation. Okay, you must recognize or you must remember that rule now. Now the last one, the electrocyclic reactions for what the 4n plus 2 electron system. In 4n plus 2 we have 6 pi electron system, that is we are considered the trine, diisocyanate trine. For that trine we remember that this type of the electronic configuration for 6 pi electron system. In ground state the electronic configuration is psi1 2 psi2 2 and psi3 2. In excited state, the psi1 2, psi2 2, psi3 1 and psi4 1. The HOMO particularly from ground state is psi3, and for LUMO for excited state, that is photochemical conditions, with the HOMO is what is psi4. This molecule undergo the what the two radiation, that is the thermal as well as what the photochemical condition. In a thermal condition and as well as photochemical conditions, HOMO are different. Now in thermal conditions psi3 is HOMO and two nodes are present. In photochemical conditions psi4 is HOMO and node are 3. So this is the molecular orbital diagram of psi3 wave function, and this is molecular orbital diagram of psi4 wave function. So in respectively we have 2 and 3 nodes are there in both the HOMOs, and particularly for that we have looked at. So for this thermal condition undergo the dis rotation is occurred to overlap that bond, because same lobe get overlap, and that's why for that we have to one rotate clockwise, second rotate anti-clockwise. And in photochemical conditions we have both lobes are opposite, that's why we have to rotate one clockwise, second also clockwise, and leads to the bonding interactions. And look this, so both the molecules undergo the different rotation, one is con and second is dis, and it give the leads toward the product. The product of these reactions are looked here. So under the con rotation the symmetry is retained, and under the what dis rotation the symmetry is what the opposed. Okay, whenever the con rotation is occurred either in 4n or 4n plus 2, always the symmetry is retained. Whether in ds is occurred, dis is occurred, the symmetry is opposed now. And these are the rules particularly, or this is the summary of the electrocyclic reaction. There are two conditions are applied now, thermal as well as photochemical, and always we have two types of what reactions are there based on the number of electrons, that is 4n and 4n and 4n and 4n plus 2. In 4n Tc, this is very short term we are used generally, 4n Tc, that is 4n thermally con is allowed, 4n photochemically DC is allowed. And similarly 6 pi thermally DC is allowed and 6 pi photochemically con is allowed. So this is the summary of electrocyclic reaction according to what the frontier molecular orbital. Generally there are only two types of reaction based on the number of electrons are involved. Now we will see this some examples related to that electrocyclization. We have, this is a molecule undergo the what disrotatory ring closure, you will get this product. Another molecule we have the symmetry is different, that is stereochemistry of that molecule is different, and undergo the what the disrotation, we get this. Another example we have what con rotatory ring closure, we have the, now look at this one now, con and dis. In both the cases whenever the con rotation is occurred, stereochemistry is retained, that is trans becomes trans, cis becomes cis, while in this rotation the stereochemistry was the opposed. So these are the example of 4n pi electron system, the ring closing phenomena where 4n Tc is applied. And in general we are generalized one term is that, so all the 4n systems are photochemically allowed and all 4n plus 2 are what the thermally allowed. Look at this example now, 2e4z 6e octatriene, this is a 6 pi electron system, undergo the 6 pi electron system and undergo the thermally ring closing mechanism. So you know that 6 pi electron systems are what the disrotatory machine, and already we have methyl groups of 1 and 8 position are trans to each other up and down, and they get undergo the dis rotation, so you get the cis product. And the name of the product is what the 5 comma 6, we have cis 5 6 dimethyl 1 3 cyclohexadiene. Now look this, same reactant when treated in a light or induced with the light, okay, what will happen? In case of what the 6 pi electron system photochemically it is a con rotatory process is allowed. Con rotatory allowed means the methyls are up and down, that is trans, they becomes what the trans. So you get this product, that is trans 5,6 dimethyl 1,3 cyclohexadiene. Okay, and the another example, now instead of that trans we get the cis, now we have the cis molecule. So this is an molecule where we have this configuration like this one, so we have 1 and 3. Okay, and now look at the same molecule where we have this cis methyl groups are present now in the same position, 1 and 8 position. You know that 6 pi electron systems are thermally what they are, this is allowed, this is becomes a trans, that's why you get the trans product. And similarly we have what the same molecule is treated with the what induced by the light. Now the 6 pi electron systems are what the photochemically a con is allowed, and that's why they becomes at the cis to cis. Now that's why in this 4, look at this 4 example, they are very is important type of this 4 example in electrocyclization particularly, and based on that we are simply conclude that electrocyclic reactions are completely stereoselective as well as stereospecific. So that stereospecific nothing but the what, you always get the one stereoisomer instead of what the mixtures of product now, and that's why this electrocyclic or pericyclic reactions are well known for what the its stereospecificity. Look at this the another type of the same example, we have this 2e4z hexadiene treated with the under the thermal condition, it is a 4 pi. Okay, must be the con rotatory process is allowed, but the methyls are what the cis to each other, that's why you always get the cis, that is two methyls are up or same side, and that's why you get the cis product. In same way we have the same molecule, that is 2e4z hexadiene treated with the what the light. Now 4n photochemically disrotation is allowed, that is a cis becomes a trans, and that's why you get what the trans 3,4 dimethyl cyclobutene. Okay, this is for the same molecule but the condition is different, and your product also the different. Look at this molecule now. This is 2E4E hexadiene. Now the methyls are the trans to each other under the what the thermal condition 4N Tc, that is 4N thermally quantity is allowed, that is a methyls are trans to each other, they becomes a trans at appear, that is up and down or above and below. Similarly, we have the same molecule but the irradiation is different, that is this induced product now, and you will get the 4N photochemically this is allowed, and the trans becomes what the cis now. So look at these transformations, particularly all these example are and categorized as or specially named as what the stereospecific reactions. So this is all about the particularly what the electrocyclization. Now the later we can see the next part of this reaction, or the next type of reaction is called the cycloaddition reaction. In a cycloaddition reaction, so you know that unsaturated partners are mixed together or added together and you get the cyclic product. In cycloaddition reaction, an example of pericyclic reaction is a process where unsaturated partners or component are added together or add to each other yield a one cyclic product. The two partner, it may be what bimolecular, it may be inter or it may be intra. The pericyclic reactions are nothing but the what reversible, initiated by light or heat, concerted mechanism, and highly stereospecific. These are the fundamental principles of what pericyclic reactions, and the key of features of these reactions are what the stereochemistry. Cycloaddition reactions are classified according to the number of pi electrons that are interact in the reaction, that is 4 plus 2 cycloaddition reaction, well known example Diels-Alder reaction. Here we have diene plus dienophile, you get the cyclic product. And the second one is a 2 plus 2 cycloaddition reactions where 2 pi plus 2 pi, that is 2 olefin dimerization of ethylene, you get the cyclobutane, and the reactions are reversible also. Okay, this is the general introductory part of cycloaddition reaction. Now we are applying that FMO approach or FMO method to the cycloaddition reaction. Now what are the rules which are used in the FMO in the cycloaddition reaction? So there are two types of what molecular orbitals, again mirrored symmetric, that is the same phase orbitals where the symmetry is maintained, and C2 are nothing but the opposite type of the orbitals like this one. This figure indicate that the in conjugated Paulins the two types of what orbitals are present. One is a mirror plane symmetric and second is what the C2 symmetric. And for successful cycloaddition to occur, for example, if you want to do the cycloaddition reaction, the terminal lobe of that unsaturated partner should have be participation. Okay, they must be overlap together, and that is the same lobe should be overlap. Okay, and they have the same symmetry, that is a requirement here. So for that successful cycloaddition reaction, the terminal lobes of the two unsaturated reactor must be participate, and for bonding overlap to occur, okay, that is the lobe must be have the same symmetry. We will see how what exactly that same symmetry. This is another bonding is occurred like this. The frontier molecular orbitals of both reactant and the reactants, both reactants are considered as HOMO and LUMO. One partner is act as HOMO, second is act as what the LUMO. So the reason behind that, one should be the electron donor, second should be the electron acceptor, like that. The simple concept is used here. For the bonding overlap can occur, so there are two types of what approach are there. One is called suprafacial, second is called intrafacial. What exactly that supra and intra? Suprafacial cycloaddition is nothing but when the orbital symmetries of reactant are interact in such a way that the lobes of that orbital, okay, of the same phase, that is the two both the partner have the same type of symmetry and they overlap in what the same orientation, that is called the suprafacial. Now in case of an intrafacial type of the addition now, so where the symmetries of reactants, two reactants are such that the reaction occur between the lobes of same phase of one partner and opposite phase of what other partner, other component. Okay, in suprafacial both the partners are interacted on the same side, same phase, while in intrafacial both the reacted, one is a supra, one is from same side, second is from what opposite side. This is the figure where indicate that suprafacial nothing but the one, so where same lobes are approached together. In first figure and second figure we are mentioning that, so supra and intra means we are the opposite type of orientation. This is another figure, they are explaining that. So what is the suprafacial bond formation and what intrafacial bond formation? In suprafacial there is no rotation is occurred, so both they have same plane, Okay, one partner and second partner, they have same plane, they uses the same plane as the as mentioning here. And interfacial, we have to what changes the stereochemistry. Okay, like that con and dis. So in cycloaddition we are using super and intra term, while in cycloaddition in electrocyclization we are use the term is a con and dis. According to that FMO theory, the combination of molecular orbitals would give rise to the product now. And here the reactant and second reactant. Now one reactant have HOMO as well as LUMO, while second reactant also have HOMO and LUMO. Now the reaction between HOMO of one reactant with the LUMO of other reactant, or LUMO of one reactant react with the HOMO of the second reactant. So that is a simple method where one is electron rich. Okay, that is one donate the electron, second just receive the electron like this to get the new sigma bond. The electrons in the HOMO are least tightly held, that is high energy level. Okay, and they are loosely held together. They are most likely to be donated. Since molecular orbital can accommodate only 2 electrons, and they must go into the vacant orbital of the second partner. That's why we are choosing the LUMO from the least energy. Okay, and which is most likely to accept the electron. So HOMO is nothing but the most likely to donate the electron, and LUMO nothing but the one most likely to accept the electron. Okay, so keep in mind. So in a cycloaddition reaction, always HOMO and LUMO partners are required. Okay, one is HOMO, second is LUMO from other molecule. Okay, so you must know in particular that. So one of the best example here, analysis of what 4+2, that is the first type of the reaction in cycloaddition, that's called the Diels-Alder reaction, where diene and dienophiles are combined together, you get a cyclic product via the 6-member cyclic transition state. Now these are the electronic configurations, particularly for diene and dienophile. In ground state, the electronic configuration mentioning here, and symmetry is like this, C2 symmetry. Excited state is the HOMO is Psi3, and mirror plane symmetry is occurred now. While in case of ene, that is one double bond system, here LUMO and HOMO are quite different. The reactions are, an example is butadiene plus ethylene, that is combination of automolecular orbital. In ground state, that is thermal conditions, we are used the HOMO LUMO from what the HOMO LUMO from what the ground state particularly. So HOMO of butadiene plus LUMO of ethylene, that is Psi2 is the HOMO of butadiene, and Psi1 is the HOMO of butadiene is what the Psi2, and LUMO of ethylene is what the again pi star orbital. Or a reverse case is that LUMO of butadiene and HOMO of ethylene, we can use it. But one of the most features, generally routine reaction is what the HOMO of butadiene and LUMO of what the ethylene. So ethylene always act as an electron receiver. So look at this orientation, particularly here the suprafacial interaction is occurred now from related to Psi2 and Psi pi star. You get the symmetry allowed interaction, that is geometry allowed, and you get the product. Similarly, we have the second approach, that is LUMO of butadiene and HOMO of ethylene. But in generally, a first type of interactions are more common than what the second. So always select the one type of the interaction, that is first one. So Diels-Alder, therefore the one of the best reactions, particularly which is occurred at the thermal condition, where 4 and 2 pi electron systems are occurred via the cyclic transition state, and you get the product now. So in this way we have the 6 pi electron system. Similarly, we have 2+2 cycloaddition reaction, that is a dimerization of what ethylene molecule that will convert to cyclobutane. And the ethylene plus ethylene combinations of molecular orbitals are what? LUMO and HOMO. So all of you know that. So the general condition is like this: LUMO HOMO, and again LUMO HOMO from ethylene, same molecule. In ground state we are using in thermal condition we are using the ground state HOMO LUMO. So we have this type of the interaction. Now under thermal condition the symmetry is not allowed. That's why 4 pi systems are generally photochemically allowed. So that's why the chemistry is that 4 pi systems cannot, that is ethylene cannot be dimerized in the presence of the thermal conditions. Okay, but it can be dimerized. That's why in a reaction scheme, now look at this reaction scheme which is the top of the slide, they are mentioned that H nu, that is it is only allowed by light, because it is geometry allowed and the symmetry also allowed. So in both the cases we have the geometry allowed but symmetry is forbidden, and that's why the reason behind that. So the ethylene plus ethylene cannot be dimerized under the thermal conditions, and that's why we have the photochemical condition is there. In photochemical conditions we are using the HOMO and LUMO from what the excited state. Electronic configuration is changed now, particularly excited state or photochemical conditions we have the electronic configuration is different, and you get the symmetry allowed and geometry allowed type of this interaction. Okay, now imagine that in ethylene, HOMO and LUMO, that is a pi star, HOMO is pi no, the HOMO is pi star, LUMO also pi star. In both the cases, we can interact together, you get the symmetry allowed type of the interaction. Now, lastly, the stereochemical outcomes or the what are the conclusion behind cycloaddition reactions is that based on the what number of pi bond we can also be find out, or the number of electron system we can also have the same conclusion. If you have 4n system, thermally it is an intrafacial, that is opposite to stereochemistry, and it is geometrical as well as symmetry is forbidden, but photochemically it is a suprafacial allowed. Okay, that's why all the 4n system are cyclized under the suprafacial condition, while all the 6 pi electron system is thermally suprafacially allowed now. That's why Diels-Alder reaction is an thermal condition allowed reaction. Okay, this is a summary of cycloaddition reaction according to what the FMO approach. Okay, in this way we can explain the cycloaddition reactions, and these are the some examples, particularly here 4 pi plus 2 pi supra, 4 pi intra plus 4 pi supra, 2 pi supra, and this is what the 4 pi supra plus 2 pi intra. In look at the first case now, the symmetry is maintained in diene as well as what the dienophile. Whether in the different case, well, intra supra, the stereochemistry is what the changes, and these are the interactions particularly we are used as the diene and the dienophile. Now the third and last type of what the rearrangement reactions, which is explained by what the FMO, that is called the what the sigmatropic rearrangement. Sigmatropic rearrangement are the type of what pericyclic reaction in which the hydrogen or the monovalent atom or group migrates across the conjugated pi electron system in the molecule. That is simple, the migration of the group or atom through along with its sigma bond, okay, toward within the same molecule, that is also called what the sigmatropic arrangement. It is one of the type of pericyclic reaction, so it must have some features, that is reversible, initiated by light or heat, concerted mechanism, and highly stereospecific. Now we have two mechanisms are explained here. Hydrogen, which is mentioned in the red sign, and it will be migrated at the 5 position, that's why it is called a 1,5 shift hydrogen. Okay, and another is on hydrogen as a 7 shifted toward the 7, that's why it's called the hydrogen shift, but the shift is different. The supra and intra we will see in next session or next slide. Sigma bonded group can either at the end or in the middle of the pi system. Okay, look at this one. So the hydrogen can be migrated at the middle or from the end of the molecule. So the based on that migration we are same different classifications are there. 2,3 sigmatropic shift, 1,5 sigmatropic shift, 1,3 sigmatropic shift, and 3,3 sigmatropic shift. All these are the 4 well-known reactions of sigmatropic rearrangement. Look these reactions now. Inner reactions, one of the sigma bond through its group now, okay, that is sigmatropics are nothing but the migration of sigma bond. The atom or group along with the sigma bond migrated from one position to the another position. Okay, the starting position is what the that's the number. Okay, and from which where it reached to that one. That's why we have classifications are 2, 3, 1, 5, 1, 3, and the 3, 3 type of sigmatropic shift. Well known example for 3, 3 is the Cope as well as the Claisen type of rearrangement reactions. Okay. Similarly, we have this type of the orientation of orbitals which are used here. Okay, in first example we have suprafacial rearrangement, that is hydrogen are migrated from the same direction, from the same phase, without changing their phase particularly of that molecule. In intrafacial, the hydrogen is changes their phase. Okay, and that's why stereochemistry is opposed now. Example is the migration of hydrogen here. Hydrogen is migrated in the suprafacial as well as intrafacial. And similarly, we have carbon. Take the example of carbon. And lastly, carbon is migrated with the with both of what its lobe interacting. Okay, so there are so many different types of what interactions are present in sigmatropic shift also. And as I just mentioned that these are the types of what the orbitals which are involved in the suprafacial as well as what the intrafacial system. The examples are here mentioned that 1,3 shift now. So what is exactly the mechanism of this reactions? How the double bond is shifted together? Actually, the hydrogen migration is there. Okay, the hydrogen is migrated along with the same molecule, and you get this product now. And related to that, we have example is 1,5 shift. These are the example. You can draw the mechanism of this. Okay, we have this product particularly. This is called 1,5 shift. 4 electrons are 6. The 1,7 is belong to 4 pi system. It must be the photochemically allowed. So it must be the H nu is required for that process. And last two reactions are called the thermal induced reaction, that is 3,3 shifter, that is Cope as well as what the Claisen. Okay, in this way we have the examples particularly for the rearrangement. And lastly, I will just put some example here for the Scope as well as what the Claisen type of rearrangement reactions. And this is the summary of the sigmatropic shift. First example is 3,3 shift. It is thermally allowed. Another example is Claisen. In Claisen, so there are two types of moieties are used. We are allyl vinyl ether as well as well the aryl allyl ether. So and both are get rearranged to the respected product. In both the cases, we have a three type of the shift is present now. Okay. So in this way, we will just conclude this lecture, particularly on the basis of that FMO. We are explaining that FMO is applied to electrocyclization as well as cycloaddition as well as what the sigmatropic shift. So if any queries regarding to this session particularly, you can contact with me. Don't be hesitate to ask any questions. If you have any questions, please raise it and you can ask or you can connect with me as well as in Facebook, Instagram, Gmail, theokmzs@gmail.com as well as with the Twitter. Thank you for watching this lecture. I hope you understand this lecture. If any queries, you have just contact with me. And now we will have the third session of this lecture. Now we will upload it soon. And don't forget to subscribe our channel. Thank you once again for watching this lecture.